What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Rebirth Radio, and we are your hosts. My name is Falco, and this is your other host, Yami. And today we're going to be talking about everything Astro Creation related and everything that's related to the phase 3 of this alpha. It's about to be a good episode. It really is, because we have so many things to talk about, and we actually have a comment from you guys to address, because we always ask you guys to comment down below questions and things that you guys think we should address on each episode. So we really appreciate all you guys to do that. So make sure you guys continue to comment stuff down below so we can answer them. But yeah, before we get into all these questions, make sure you guys check out all the links down below if you guys want to, and join the Discord. We have a Rebirth Radio Discord where we talk to everyone and play the game and just vibe out and chill in there when we're playing Astro Creation. So come by and say hi and vibe out. But yeah, let's get into this episode. I wanted to get to
Let's
that
get
real
into
quick.
it. First talking point is from the community. Appreciate you guys. We got a comment from Felipe Costa 397 who said, "Hey guys, great show. What about an episode on the main things Intrepid needs to fix before a fresh start?" And I thought that was an amazing talking point because it's not only relevant like to our content, it's also a very hot talking point within the community. And there's a lot they need to fix. This is a hot topic because a lot of people have a lot of very like passionate opinions on this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are for a fresh start, but they don't want a fresh start until these things are addressed.
Definitely.
And other people just don't want a fresh start, period. I tend
Right.
to be in the group that doesn't want a fresh start. I think I want Steven to keep true to his word that phase 3 is going to be the longest running save file, and technically there is still that save file running on Shoal, but I want it to be an authentic mega realm. What does it look like when everyone restarts on a new character on an already developed realm? If you do a fresh start, well, that's a talking point we can get into. So do you see anything right off the cusp that they
I
should
mean,
focus on?
like you said, most people who put a lot of time into this server don't want a fresh start, even though there has been like exploits and stuff that have gone through, and we don't know if all the money's been taken out. But I would
Right.
definitely say that they definitely need to get the crafting dialed in. The crafting needs to be dialed in, because a lot of people feel like certain amounts of
Yeah.
materials are kind of iffy. Um, and not just that, I feel like before we start another server, we definitely need true dynamic resources spawning before they actually try a new server, because it's just gonna be more of the same. If we don't have dynamic resources, we don't really exactly know how a fully dynamic resource world will like progress when people
Right.
can't just sit at places and be like, oh, I found legendary here, let me continue to stay here and just farm that legendary. So like, there's certain things within the gathering, crafting, and processing that I think they need to flesh out before they do any semblance of like fresh starting. Because what is the point? The point of a fresh start is to test new like things,
Improvements.
right? Like new improvements.
Right.
They haven't improved. I mean, since obviously they haven't really
Have
done too many
they
big
haven't done
updates.
they haven't done much
Yeah,
since the start of Shoal.
other than change some names. They changed
Yeah.
names on stuff.
Yeah. Like you
So
said,
yeah.
recipes was a really or crafting was a really good. That was a great talking point.
Right,
Because you look at a recipe like the hawk bow.
right.
It's level what? Is it a level 23 bow? I'm pretty sure it's a
23.
23.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not that
23.
good of a bow.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking recipe for that thing. Like the dev who made it must have thought that he was a joker.
He
Like
was 69.
he put 69 at the end of everything. Like those numbers don't actually carry a time attached
Yeah.
to them. Like he
Yeah.
put 169 boards, 160 or 69 emblems, 169 I don't know yardage. I forget the
Yeah.
exact
Yeah.
recipe,
Yeah.
but homie thought he was memeing when really he was just like making that an unattainable way to obtain the bow.
Right.
And if there is a fresh start, I don't particularly look forward to going back to Lady Island the Hawk because I have a
No.
video going up on this. Well, I
Yeah.
guess we're this is Friday right now. My video
Yeah.
is going up on Saturday. This will go up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I have a video going up on Saturday where I finally get the hawk bow, but that shit wasn't handed to me. Believe
Yeah.
me,
Yeah. I
we
bought
were we were
mine. I
fighting.
bought.
He bought his. We had to fight gold farmers. That's another
Yeah.
one.
That's
We had to
another
fight
one.
gold farmers until 8 in
It
the
was 10
morning.
hours. We did a 10-hour shift. I just edited that video. We did a 10-hour
Oh
shift and
yeah.
didn't get shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, light fell. Yeah. I remember that. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we did multiple 10-hour shifts and didn't get shit, so that's kind
Right?
of I was like, yeah, that rings a bell, but it's happened a bunch of times. So,
Right,
like I'm saying, if I could go there, because the hot pot recipe, I think it's a 25% chance to get the recipe. Pretty
right,
generous.
right,
Um, you can't do anything with it. Like all it would take is journeyman, right? Not journeyman master, just
mm-hmm,
regular journeyman
mm-hmm,
carpentry to make it. It's not that
right.
big of a deal.
It's like I would love, like, there's a lot of stuff that I think they could change right now just off the top of my head. They're crafting even recipes, making them more like dynamic in the sense of you don't just learn the recipe and then it just goes nowhere. I would love to see an
Or
economy where recipes actually matter. Like,
scrap. You can you can salvage the recipe to get
right,
materials out of it. Like
right,
give it some base value so they're
exactly.
not 5 silver on the exchange.
Right, like, that
Some.
those are changes that I think will warrant, like, you to make a new fresh start server because
Right.
you would see how, oh, what do the prices of recipes go to when we make it have this many crafts and you need a new one, or how does it work
I
when
think that
we
changes better than I don't really like the materials idea, but it
right,
is an idea to give them value. But I
right,
don't like the idea of let me just farm this boss, get this recipe, and then scrap it for a bunch of materials and just completely bypass the loop. I think
right,
that's stupid, but it
right,
is a option they could go with.
definitely,
So I see what you're
definitely,
saying. But
definitely.
yeah, I
There's a
think that
there's
that would
yeah.
be a good starter for a fresh start. Let's focus on some of the meme recipes, guys. All
Yeah,
right.
100%. And some of these freaking what's it called? What was it? Thorn stride recipes? Thorn stride
Oh,
emblems are
brother.
impossible. Let's
They
for
go for
one,
about 5 gold each.
right? Impossible as I mean, maybe they're supposed to be that. I would love it if a dev could say, "Yo, these thorn strides are supposed to be this rare." I mean, it's a level 29 weapon, but like me and Yami were talking about it, and we were like, "Are like think of it like once hypothetically we get at some point at 25 is not the max level, guys. Some point level 25 is going to be literally the beginning of the game because it's when you get your freaking class. It's like the
Exactly.
midpoint of the game. Who the hell is going to stay in that level range trying to get Thornstride emblems to make a bow? Like, I feel like that is overtuned currently to give an in-game a sense of an in-game type of weapon to
Yeah,
like the level 25
I
to
mean,
30 range.
there's no saying those same Thornstride emblems can't be used to craft level 30 and 40 weapons,
Right.
but you're right in what you're saying is I think they're simulating like an end game grind, even though we're only experiencing the mid game,
Right. Right.
which which I'm not a fan of. Like I like time sinks when they're warranted. That's an
Mhm.
unwarranted time sink. It's a simulation. Just
Right.
like we said, so is the recipes.
Right.
Um, I guess technically a time sink is static rarity because you're sitting there waiting for hours for that shit to respawn. Which I want to
Right.
hear your opinion on this. You did you see that clip of Steven saying static rarity was intended? Did you
Yeah,
see his
yeah, yeah, I
reasoning
saw that. I saw that. And it
with
was
the
for people to fight over it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that play out in the game from your
I mean,
experience?
right now it doesn't play out that way because most people they find a static rarity node and then no one knows about it. Like they'll find it initially right when the server comes up when no one's around, and they'll get it and then they'll put it on the timer and then they'll come back.
Mhm.
So no one knows there was a tree there. They don't know that was a
Yeah.
specific tree,
Or they
and
don't know
they're
the timer for it.
or they don't know the timer for it, and they just keep coming back on intervals to get that material. So there is no fight. And I think that was good. That's what alphas are for, testing. They didn't know that was how they probably didn't expect that. So that's what this alpha's for, and that's why Steven and company and Intrepid is so keen on making rarities be dynamic because for one, it'll feel better when you like get something. You'll be like, oh, that was dynamic. There was a chance I could have got that, but I didn't. And like also all my like gear and stuff that I have on gave me a higher chance for that. That just feels better in a sense
And
of
I mean, current gear does do that to a very small degree, like
right.
an
Oh,
embarrassingly minimal degree.
right. Actually, did we'll talk about that in another episode. I'm gonna just give a preface to it. You saw that chart that the guy
But yeah,
brought
yeah, I
into
saw it.
Rebirth Radio, right?
I saw it. Yeah, yeah. That's why I
That's
said minimally.
yeah,
It has some effect, but it is so small. Like
yeah.
the base value for the node itself is massive. It looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah, and I think that they did that on purpose to see to be able to more easily fine tune it. Because the higher the number is, the more they can, make it easier or smaller. But if like it's
Mhm.
like a very minimal gap, don't really have much wiggle room. That's why they
That's true.
changed like the number values on like all the what's called gear. Because remember gear
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
be like very tiny numbers, but now it's like huge, but we don't think it's huge anymore. We just think it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah. I think it's a little huge. I prefer going back to the old numbers,
All right.
but I'm kind of used to it by now.
All
Yeah.
right. I feel it. I feel it. I mean, I'm either or. I can have it either way, honestly. Um.
Yeah, I could have it either way, but I prefer the old system. I hate pick 3,000 fizz power. Like, what are
I
we doing
like
here?
it.
This
I
is
like it.
like, but then what are grandmaster weapons gonna be? Like
10,000.
12,000 fizz
Yeah.
power?
Yeah. Yeah.
Little, I think it's a little corny, but I see the appeal.
It's
It's
all right.
like it's very like ARPG.
Okay.
Everything's just buffed up, very RS3.
Mm, I feel it. I feel it. Okay.
You feel
Well,
it?
we talked about everything that
Because
we
this
would
is
like
no
to see.
tempering, no attunements. What's up?
Oh, wait, keep going. Keep going.
I was saying because that's just the base weapon. No tempering, no attunements,
Uh,
no honing or anything like that.
and no gem
So
socketing. We don't even have
no
socketing
gem
in. I would love
socketing.
to see them
Yeah.
put socketing in. What's going on?
Right.
Intrepid, come on.
Right.
But okay, we talked about like gathering, crafting, and processing because obviously people know that some of the processing materials are kind of like egregious. We don't really. I mean,
Hmm.
everyone already said it. They're not a big fan of how much reagents cost. But going on from that, what do you think about the world? What they should change in the world before a fresh start happens? Like dungeons wise, areas wise, is there
It's a good
anything
one.
do you think they should either add to the world before we get a new fresh start to see like how people react to it? What do you think?
I think now that everyone has had their chance to start in the anvils when
Mm-hmm.
show launched,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's gonna do it again. So you're gonna just saying. I wouldn't recommend starting in the anvils if you want to make steady progress with the rest of the realm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not easy to escape the anvils.
Not at
So,
all. Not at all.
and just keep in mind it's not going to be popular to start there. So if you start there saying like, "Oh, I want to have an authentic place." Okay, you're not going to have a party then
Mm,
because no one else is going to be there. So
that
keep
is
that in
true.
mind. It is a completely separate world up there in the anvils. It's a massive zone.
Mm,
You don't know what the Kaltorum economy is like when you're in Winstead. We
mm.
actually went up there like a week ago to investigate. That economy's trash.
Yeah, it's
Like
shit. It's shit out
it's
of
like
luck.
it's a completely different game.
Everyone
You can
brings
make
all their
so
shit back to Winstead to sell it. They go up there
Mhm.
and bring all their shit back to Winstead.
Yep. And no one up there has money because let's be real, it's the anvils. So
Dude.
I guess you could turn in crates at KT and then buy stuff, but no one does that. They take their money and they go back to Winstead.
Mhm.
So I would really like to see an improved an improved anvil starting experience
Right.
because it looks good visually. There's just not a lot of content there. I
Right.
would also like to see snow refined a little bit more. That's not a high priority, but you can see the checkerboard pattern appearing
Oh
underwater because
yeah.
now that they improved like the visibility of water,
Yeah.
and you can just see the checkerboard for miles when you're
Yeah.
swimming.
I saw
That
that
shit's
actually.
immersion breaking. It's
It
pretty
is.
bad.
It is.
Because I'm like, damn, this looks good, except for that, like big
I
ass
agree.
checkerboard on my screen. Low key, someone should do a meme video where they play chess on that shit or play checkers.
That would be
That'd be
hilarious.
funny.
That would be
That'd be
hilarious.
funny. I would watch that.
It's a Minecraft shit. Checkerboards
Right.
in Minecraft.
Good
Okay.
shit.
So you're basically
Um,
saying you would like to see basically before they do any restarts, the anvils should look more akin to the Riverlands. You would like to see probably like two grand dungeons.
at least one grand dungeon. I
Okay.
would like to
Like
more
a
mid-level POIs. We found like one ish, maybe two mid-level POIs that weren't that good though. Oh, this is another thing. Okay, thank you for bringing this up.
mm,
um the anvil because in the anvils when we went out there and we were POI hopping, why is
mm.
everything a 1 and 2 star and it's mostly a 1 star?
Mhm.
Why is everything a 1 and 2? But then you go down to the Riverlands and it's fucking 3 stars galore. Like
Yeah.
they're taking an already low incentive to go to the anvils and squeezing it as hard as they can.
Yeah, I mean, I will give them
where
this.
where's the logic?
They did say two POIs that were supposed to drop with the anvils were not in it, and those are probably the ones that have all the 3 stars.
Well,
But
that's tragic.
they're probably the steel bloom and the Carfin equivalents to the anvils. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be surprised.
I
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but personally, I don't think they're even working on those yet. You think that's them?
Definitely, because they're
Because
trying to
Carfin, they've been
probably.
working on Carfin forever, and it's still a buggy mess. You still can't walk into the tower without your computer roaring.
I mean, there's a reason
Like,
we haven't heard anything about it since then,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
they're
yeah,
probably
true.
knee deep in it, and they're also trying to finish off the summoner. There's probably a lot because
Oh
they
man,
probably
that's
are like, oh, we have to keep making the train move because they also have November 18th freaking update where they have to put the harbingers and the fishing, and they're supposed to do this big PR push,
all the fishing,
and then they
all the
also know that
fishing.
people are
How exciting!
leaving, right?
People are
Like,
leaving, and then not only people are leaving, but content creators are leaving and bringing people with them, just
yeah,
exacerbating the problem. I said
yeah,
this last episode, but it was really, really late into the episode, so probably
yeah,
not that many people saw it.
yeah,
That so many content creators are fleeing for New World right now, and
yeah,
it's like you guys do realize that you just keep bandwagoning to whatever's popular. Uh, they're not going to get any more data, right? Like content
yeah,
creators bring people to the game. That was a big thing. I know we say it every episode.
yeah,
You're just gonna have to expect it when you tune in. That was a
yeah,
big thing with RuneScape.
yeah,
RuneScape had a real boring period in old school RuneScape for a while there,
yeah, yeah.
and the only thing that kept me entertained or like engaged coming back to the game was the content creator scene. It has
Right.
the best content creator scene. They were getting
Yep.
real creative, real clever. They were doing original idea videos, gameplay series that like they made goals for themselves and they hit and stuff like that. And that's just
Mm-hmm.
kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Now, like we need content creators doing that, not bandwagoning. Make the alpha fun again.
You're
Make
right.
people want to come back and make
Like
a goal for
making
themselves.
actual gameplay content and playing the game and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like should I talk about should I talk about it?
Nah, no, 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 no. Let it be. Let it be.
Should I
Let it be.
talk about it?
Let it. It's up to you because it's not my beef. It's up to you.
It's not a
But
beef. I don't have any beef. I'm not gonna
it's a
say
micro
any
beef.
names. I'm not gonna say any names. All right,
All
put
right,
this
bet.
in. Put this in. Listen.
Okay, then if I'm slotting it in, then wait to talk about it.
Okay, put it in. It's gonna be the next talking point
Sure.
because I
All
just
right, yeah,
feel
got you.
I want to and I don't want.
Because
I'm not gonna
yeah, we
say.
got more to say about the fresh starts.
Right. I don't name and I mean I name and shame, but I don't name and shame when it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
But keep it going.
when it's inconsequential.
It's inconsequential. Yeah.
So yeah, the rarity. I mean, the elite tier mobs could definitely use a buff.
Mm.
And that's just for the anvils too. We're not even talking about the Riverlands yet.
I feel like the Riverlands is pretty spot on. They just need to finish off the like bosses and the like.
Mhm.
Obviously, we need to see a fleshed out version of Carfin. I feel like we need to see definitely a way more fleshed out version of the Fallen Forge because it hasn't had any
Oh yeah.
updates in a year. Like they kind of just threw it there and kind of like, all right, like okay.
Yeah.
And then we also they need to finish off
Oh,
the volcano. I would
actually,
love the volcano.
dude. Oh, the volcano.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
the Crucible.
Like, come on, guys. That big green patch that's in the southwest corner of New Ayla, like in the Jundark, that's gonna be
Mm,
the Crucible. It's a big
mm-hmm.
ass volcano, like dungeon type thing. Like
Right,
we need stuff like that before we can even have the discussion about a fresh start. We
right.
can't have a fresh start with what we currently have. And also, this would be a really good exercise for Intrepid to say to themselves, Shoal is a dog shit realm. It's bad. It's real
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
How can we reel it back in? How can we fix the realm? Because you can't do a fresh start forever. When
Definitely
launch
can.
happens, you definitely can't. You can't keep, we fucked it up. Fresh start. We
Mm-hmm.
fucked it up. Fresh start. Like, I get it's an alpha, but don't you think that's also a good time to test how to fix the problem before you
Definitely.
actually have to fix the problem in a live environment
Definitely.
where people are paying 15 a month and you're subject to a lot of criticism?
A lot of scrutiny. It's one of
Yeah.
those things where it's like they need to be able to be like water head ass like water.
Oh yeah.
they
Water.
they need to understand um that I hope they understand that this isn't there's not an unlimited supply of testers, especially ones that care. Like the more they promote, the less, I think we said this last episode, the less invested the person playing is. I'm not saying they can't become invested, but
Right.
like I'm assuming the more they promote, the less they're gonna be asking people because it seems like every time they do
Exactly.
promote or try to get people in, it's for a smaller cost. It's never for the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Smaller cost. I think they're going to cut prices a lot.
Right. 100%.
I think we're going down to $29.99 with a free weekend,
I don't know
a
about
free test
that. I
weekend. You
think
don't know about that?
$50. I think they go down to like 69.99, like a video game, like as a Diablo or some shit like
I
that.
don't know. I feel like they're gonna do a crazy because this is a real quantity play with the marketing. I feel like they're gonna double down on the quantity with the price. I hope I'm wrong. I
Mm,
hope it's not $29.99.
mm,
$50 is already really low. I wouldn't be happy with 50,
definitely.
but like it's gonna happen. I'm expecting at least 50 for sure.
Right.
So I
And
yeah.
I already know they're gonna throw it in under the guise that, well, they're getting in and it's a lot closer to beta, so
Yeah, so
they're
they're
gonna
getting
throw
less
it.
playtime.
Yeah, like, and
Yeah.
then people are gonna get mad. It's gonna be another this situation where they're like, we didn't get Embers or free playtime, and da,
Oh,
da, 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 da," and it's only alpha too, but everyone else got beta and all that,
right.
and it's gonna be another situation where
And
people are
then they're gonna
mad.
give you beta keys. They're gonna give you beta keys if yeah, they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Because people aren't gonna like this is the final phase of Alpha 2. Who's buying into the final phase of Alpha 2 unless it's
Mm,
really, really cheap?
right.
And they don't want to make it really, really cheap. They'd rather just sell beta access because they can always get more beta players later. Like they can always
Exactly.
keep selling that at a future point. You may as well, future sell now and charge a higher price.
Right, right. So it's like, I don't know, but like we're spitballing and we're shooting the breeze out of our ass. We don't know. We're not Steven Sharif or Intrepid Studios. We don't know how their marketing is, but we just know the how it's been. We know where it's been because we've been through all the phases of them lowering the prices. So I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting situation that they have to deal with. Anything else you think you would like to see with Fresh
Yeah,
Start?
I got one more thing on the top of my head,
Hmm.
and that's gold farmers,
Oh,
gold sellers,
you don't,
gold
okay?
buying.
You don't think honeypot? It's a honeypot trap.
Hell no, it's not no fucking honeypot. Hell no. Hell no. The honeypot would have been closed by now. Whoever's buying is buying. When I see whew, the prices I see going in global chat, I know we got little Timmy swiping his credit card because there's no other way
It's Big Timmy
to
now. It's Big Timmy now.
I guess it's Big Timmy. Yeah, he's swiping his own credit card at this point. But
Yeah.
But I just, because I've seen a lot of Ash's videos lately, where it's a discussion around the gold selling problem and
Mm,
how you have to buy gold to get ahead, and gold is so cheap, and everyone's buying gold. It's a common thing. Everyone's buying gold.
mm,
Everybody, and no one's had any like repercussions from it.
mm.
Seems like a pretty safe activity. They might not be cracking down yet, or they might just
Right.
be collecting a bigger honeypot. Who
Whoever
knows?
collecting data on how gold buyers do, that's probably data. But I'm gonna play devil's
Yeah.
advocate with that. What if Steven is like, I don't care if these niggas buy gold. This is alpha. This isn't even. If people want to buy gold for a test that's not even permanent, by all means.
Yeah, but then you just subject the integrity of your test to crucifixion pretty much. Like it
Eh,
kills the phase real quick when when people can skip loops and they don't have to do that. You don't have to do that crate run. You just swipe your card. Now all of a
that's
sudden
true.
that certificate, that Winstead commodity certificate is valueless now. So
That is true.
you're sort of you're crashing core loops by allowing this to happen, and it's really heartbreaking because we were pretty active in hunting down gold farms pretty early on and submitting very, very detailed reports with screenshots
Mm-hmm.
of the names of the people, where they were doing it, how they were doing it, what specific logout intervals they were using.
Mm-hmm.
The Gaz Golders, XB
Mm-hmm.
the tank, ZXC the mage,
Mm-hmm.
Gaz Golder the fighter. That whole squad, man, they farmed the Hawkbow fucking ad nauseum
Mm.
to get and they had so many bows. If you went to XP shop right after he cashed out, he listed like 9 or 10 hawk bows on the Winstead exchange for 50 gold each, and that's back when gold was $2.50 per gold. So I was keeping
Ooh.
track. They were
Ooh.
making real good money, and Steven let it go. When you submit a CS ticket, normally you get a response back from the CS team saying, "Hey, we investigated. Here's our conclusion." I never got a response back. That leads me to believe they're not investigating that shit.
I mean,
Every other
hey,
ticket, CS ticket, I get a response. This one on gold sellers, silence.
they said, "Fuck that. That
Right?
ain't our problem right now. They got
Oh,
bigger
it's your
fish to
problem.
fry. They got
No,
bigger
you
fish to
don't. No, you don't.
fry."
This is a bigger fish.
I mean,
So
I get what you're saying.
because until that gold selling that those gold seller farms are cracked down on, I don't
Mm,
want to hear shit about a fresh start. I really don't.
I
If
agree.
if I got to see the same known gold farmers camping POIs literally 21 hours a day,
You think that
bro,
if they lower the price to get into alpha, there's gonna be even more gold farmers?
that's a good question. Probably because there's gonna be more demand for gold. It would probably
Uh,
incentivize.
and it'll be
It's
cheaper
probably a
to
feedback
make
loop.
accounts, right? They could just make them for cheaper.
True,
There's less of
true,
a
yeah,
loss on them.
yeah.
Get more gain. It's
Hmm.
it's it's interesting, like, cause like I get what you're saying. It definitely fucks with the integrity of the test when people are like buying surplus amounts of gold, and it's not like that's not proof of work. It's proof of purchase, I guess you call it. Proof of
Yeah, yeah,
purchase.
yeah.
It's not proof of work. It's like we
Yeah.
don't know exactly. We don't know a entirely proof of work, like economy. But the thing is, will we ever know entirely proof of work economy? Even RuneScape struggles with its bots, and they have like the most
Yeah,
probably they have the most anti cheat. They do the most ban waves of bots, and
that's
the
true.
most they've been dealing with this forever, for years. They're the only
Yeah.
company that probably tried their hardest, their damnedest to deal with bots. I don't
Hmm.
think that
That's
Ashes is
that's
go
an honest effort from
right, right,
Jagex for sure.
right. We literally seen entire items on RuneScape go up in price absorbently because they literally taking out bot
Banning
farms like that.
thousands at a time.
I don't think Ashes is gonna be any different. They're gonna have to do very similar things, and that's just how it's gonna be.
But keep in mind, Ashes doesn't have free to play. A lot of the bots just fish lobsters and free to play, or telegraph
Mm,
wines, or this or that.
that's true.
There's no free to play in Ashes so far.
Right.
They might have a free to play experience like level 1 to 15 or whatever, kind of
Just
like
like
WoW
World of
does.
Warcraft does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
hmm.
yeah, I think they're gonna have that same problem Jagex has though, and I don't think they have the uh equivalent integrity to crack down on it. I mean, it is an alpha, so I can't say for sure. Just
Mhm.
from an outside view, it doesn't look like they're prepared to handle what's coming. And Steven knows what's coming, which is weird. He's very involved in obviously MMOs.
Yeah.
Very
He
involved.
knows what's up. He knows what's
Hmm.
up. I'm sure, even if he wouldn't admit it, that man's definitely bought his fair share of gold in MMOs before. I mean, he
Hmm.
is a known, like, not money spender on like the old MMOs, not gold buying, but like spending money on games. He's even said it. He's spent the boat on games, not gold buying, but buying whatever cosmetics or shit on MMOs. So like, I don't know. He understands how the integrity of a game can get screwed by this. So he needs to put a very valiant effort towards that. I hope they're collecting good data.
They better be.
I hope they're
That's the
collecting good
least they could do. You hope they're
data.
collecting good data?
I hope they're collecting
The
good
data
data.
is me pulling my hair out at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fighting with people who are speaking in fucking gibberish. They're speaking ahoy me hoy,
Right.
doodle bob.
I just hope they don't get to them. They're not. They're keep it pretty PG, and they keep it in the game on this game so far. I just hope they don't start doxing people and shit like that. The bots, they're keeping it in the game. Don't DDoS
Okay,
me.
so that's pretty much it for the fresh start considerations. There's a lot of pain points, and if they don't take those to heart,
Yeah,
then fresh start's gonna crash, just like Shoal did.
right.
Same fate, obviously. Everyone knows that.
We gotta keep it a beam. We love your game, Intrepid. We want it to be great. That's why we give all these takes, even
Obviously.
if some of them you may not agree with or you may not enjoy, or we may sound mean when we say it. We still love you guys. We love each and every one of you motherfuckers. I mean, all you, everyone. What's it called? Steven, Margaret, everyone. So just gotta keep it there. All right. This is not. There's no qualm. We have no
It's
qualms.
obviously tough love. I'm telling you guys things that are pain points from our daily experiences.
Wouldn't it be better for us to
It's
just say
honest
what we
feedback.
think instead of just going to play New World and being like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers"?
Right. At least we're still here. If I was any other content creator in this scene, this wouldn't even be an Ashes episode. This would be a
Right.
season 10 New World episode of Rebirth Radio. Because
Right.
we can pivot to another game. We can do what we want with the show, but we
Right.
choose week after week after week to keep it Ashes.
Exactly.
That is an intentional choice.
Exactly. It's intentional. We can go play wherever we want. We can go play Diablo. Diablo just came out new
Battlefield
season,
6.
season 10. Battlefield 6. We could go play New World. We go play RuneScape. People have literally asked us to make Iron Man on RuneScape in the chat. Like, and I know
Yeah.
what you guys are saying. You can leave. We don't want to leave. We
That's not
want
the
this game to
point.
succeed. We want to be here when the game is low and when it's high and when it's in between and it's all that because that's just
Absolutely.
we care about the
It's
development of the game.
we do. It's most important to be there when it's low. That
Exactly.
is a big morale booster to see videos being uploaded even when your game is dead.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
can only imagine.
Um, and right now it's heading towards this phase is heading towards the stinker.
No, it's bad. It's real. It's
It's
really bad,
heading towards the
man.
stinker.
But
Not saying that they didn't
by the
improve
way,
stuff. They definitely improved shit. But keep it going.
I was gonna say, speaking of this realm shoal, there is a shoal Discord too. So after you join our Discord, check out the shoal Discord. It's really well made. Once again, common Strix W, but it's just a clean Discord. If you want to keep up with what's going on Shoal, discord.gg/shoal. It deserves a shout out.
Right. Oh,
What
we're
else?
about that point. Word of the day.
Ooh, word of the day. Why can I never think of a word? Why do I have to look for
I got
shit?
one. I got one. I got
You
one.
got something?
Stamps.
Oh, stamp. Why do you have stamp? You're old.
Relax.
Oh, that was weird. He busted that shit out like it was a C's candy. Like oh.
Oh no! My bad that I have postage stamps. Hey, every time someone needs them, I always got them. Everyone's like, "You got a stamp?" Somehow I always do.
Asking me for a stamp.
You got a stamp?
I don't got a stamp. Shit, you got a stamp?
Damn, I got a stamp. No. But okay,
Okay.
I wasn't
Anyway,
gonna bring it.
that's a good word. That's a good word.
I wasn't gonna bring
All right,
up
buddy.
this.
Here's your spotlight.
It's not
Here's
my
your spotlight.
spotlight. It's not mine. It's not my spotlight. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but we're not gonna call anyone out by name because it doesn't really matter, and I just don't feel like it. But I've had run-ins where people or person, them, they. I'm not gonna say any specific things. I don't want you guys hunting things down because I know you guys are freaking cults over here. This ain't no cult though. This is a freaking open-ended conversation. But let's see. This is an open-ended conversation. I had someone basically say to me that I don't tolerate other people's opinions and that I go into situations thinking my word is law. And I guess they had an interaction with me where they thought I don't tolerate other people's conversation or their inputs on the game. And that's not true. That's no further from the truth. Because I have the transcripts. I'm not gonna read the transcripts for word because I don't want you guys looking up this because it's not that big of a decision or it's not that big of a deal. But I did want to bring it up because Rebirth Radio is not an echo chamber. But
Far from it.
I will
Very far.
say that this game isn't big enough to like. I mean, it's not that big, so it's very easy to feel like this game has pockets of where people just don't they have one type of opinion. I mean, the game is getting
Sure.
smaller by the day. But I've never gone into a situation with someone where I'm like, your opinion's wrong, and my opinion's right. I've never gone into that. But I have gone into
I can vouch.
situations where I've said to each is their own, which
Yeah.
means, you have your opinion, I have my opinion.
And each opinion is as valid as the other.
Exactly, exactly, and that's what I meant by it. Maybe that was taken out of context, or maybe they didn't understand what I meant by that. But that just meant that I don't want to argue with you. There's no real reason for me to argue with you because
Mhm.
it doesn't. Everyone enjoys their MMOs differently. Everyone has their own vision of what they think would best suits Ashes. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Like,
Yeah.
everyone has their ideal MMO, just like everyone has their ideal cocktail, their ideal drink, their ideal thing. And
Hmm.
that's just the way it goes. And I felt like in this specific scenario with this person, the, they wanted to go back and forth with me, and I just didn't want to. And that's just the way it is. I didn't want to
Yeah.
go back and forth. And I said, that's why I said to each is their own. I said, to word for, I mean, I'm not gonna say word for word. Um, but let me go to it. I don't want you guys to see it though. You guys can't see it. Uh, and so
Because he
many.
was he was called out by name for this on a YouTube video, which is
Yeah,
why
yeah. I was,
he's addressing
and
it.
that's the reason why I'm addressing it, is because I was called out by name, but I didn't want to. I'm not trying to start a beef, but I do want
Mhm.
to let it be
At
known.
least
I mean,
defend your name, or
I wanted to defend my name, definitely, but I also don't want anyone going to them and and being like mean, or I mean, you guys already know how I am, like whether it's on my YouTube channel or on this podcast or whatever, how I am. Like, have I? Let me know if you've ever had an interaction with me. Have I ever made you feel like your opinion was inferior or has no credence within the game? I mean, I may have strong opinions where I'm like, this is how it goes, but it's usually under the guise of Steven said this is how it goes, so this is how it goes. you
exactly,
know? Not this is
exactly.
how it goes because I said it. I said it because that's the way the game was initially designed. Not saying that it can't be changed. That's not what
Hmm.
I'm saying. Just because Steven says it, it can't be changed. But as of now, this is what Steven wanted. And in this situation with this person, it was talking about something that had been talked about previously by Steven and company on the live stream, and they said that this is the what it was intended, but this is not how it is currently in the game. And then it became how it was supposed to be or intended, and then everyone's up in arms. And I basically was like, this is how it's intended. I'm cool with it. To each their own though. And that's how the whole conversation went. Um, in my eyes. But maybe they thought I was being passive or whatever, but I was just trying to keep it
It ain't
PC.
it ain't that serious.
You're right, it wasn't that serious. But yeah, just I'm keeping that
Yeah.
in mind. If you ever
Well,
think
well said.
if I ever make you feel like your opinion doesn't matter, that's not my intent. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Everyone has their own opinion and has their own takes on it. I just try to make sure I give people the facts when it's needed, you know? Like, and it's not
And
my
there's
fact, it's
no,
Steven's
no,
fact.
no. Yeah, it's Steven's facts. No, no, no harm in grounding your opinions in the
Right.
literally the game designer's
Yeah.
philosophy.
Exactly, exactly. And that's all it is. But I wanted to, get that out the way because nah,
Mhm.
it was just not true.
Yeah,
It was
it's
just
not
not true.
you got to speak up against accusations like that.
Right,
Um,
right.
but we can keep it pushing now.
Yeah, let's
That
keep.
was well said.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of an annoying phenomenon within the game when you're leveling. It's
Right.
so annoying when you're leveling, dude.
Mhm.
Oh, it's probably the worst part of leveling, isn't it? When you're in a group, say you're doing a level 19 POI,
Mhm.
you have a full level 18 group, and
Mhm.
then you need a tank. There's not that
Mhm.
many tanks to choose from, and the one tank online is level 16, but he can tank it perfectly. He
Mhm.
can tank the POI perfectly, but he's level 16.
Mhm.
And that, I mean, I guess it's not a problem nowadays that much because there is no loot.
Mhm.
But when we were leveling our characters to 25, the level range you have to keep your group in is so restrictive.
To get
It's
drops,
so
that is.
small to get the full drop rate.
Yeah.
You have to be like spot on with your whole team
It's like
comp.
2 to 3
And when you're
levels. Yeah.
pugging, yeah, it's like two levels basically. Three is
Mhm.
already people are like sending me DMs. Why do you invite this guy? Can you kick him?
Mhm.
Like that needs to be nipped in the butt. That has to be fixed before any fresh start servers. We should have mentioned that back then. I
Mhm.
hate it. I hate it so much because if he can take the POI perfectly, he's only like 3 levels lower than the POI itself.
Right.
What's the big idea? It's not. I don't have
It's
another
like
tank to choose
also
from. You know.
it's like also why punish someone, like let's say hypothetically they are like 3 levels or 4 levels, they're on the cusp of where it's like they're getting hit like a motherfucking truck, but they're still surviving and they're still like maybe they're pulling a lot slower. Why punish someone for hitting above their like weight class and doing
I
it
agree. I agree.
well, you know?
Yeah,
Like
doing it very well.
don't punish people for like being able to do it,
Excel at their roles.
excel at their role, albeit slower, because like obviously they're gonna have like damage amplification that's being hit against them, and like stat dampening against like the mob, like being able to do damage. But it's like, yeah, like it makes people be like, oh, if they weren't leveling with you from the rip, like me, and obviously me and Yami, we're like at attached at the hip when we're leveling, because we're like leveling every day and we're making content. But like not everyone is like us, where we're freaking leveling like in tandem, so like consistently. Sometimes people fall off and they're behind like a level or two, or then they become down back four, and they're like, oh, sorry, you have to go to Cephalon.
It's
We're
so
we're in
awkward,
Carfin.
right?
Sorry.
Right.
And you're
Even though
like,
they can do Carfin, they don't hit the height requirement for the ride.
right, right.
Like a level when it gets especially hard when you're like 23 to 24 and you're starting to do Carfin for loot and to finish off 25, but
Right,
then you need a cleric and the only cleric that's available is level 21 and they can heal it perfectly. But then
right,
the whole team's complaining, why is this 21 here? Why is this
right.
21 here? It's like because it's the only fucking cleric. That's why he's here,
Yeah,
clearly.
I agree.
And
I
and he
agree.
can and he can do it just fine. I
Right.
don't it's so restrictive, bro. And we always say it. I already prefaced this, RuneScape.
Yeah.
Um, you see level like we said this in I can't remember if it was on the Rebirth Radio because
Mm,
all the old episodes were vanquished, but it
yeah.
was a
Yeah.
really old episode,
Yeah.
really old, where we stated our belief that you should not have to hit the max level to enjoy the game. Or
Mhm.
like to do end game PvE. You should
Definitely.
not feel forced to the max level should be a separate accomplishment.
Definitely.
You should probably, stop 3 to 4 levels before max level and you should be able to do everything just fine. And then if you
Right.
want to be that overachiever, go to max level.
Like
That's
with
how RuneScape
RuneScape,
is.
you can kind of do everything like at like the max level for each like combat skill is like 90 or 99. You can kind of do everything like 85. It's like pushing it 90, which like will land you around like level 1 like 10, 115. The max level is like
Exactly.
126. On here it's a little different because I mean there's 126 combat levels in RuneScape, but there's only 25 here. So like I would say like a 20, like a 5 level disparity kind of is like, I feel like should be worth it. I'm not saying it should be easy.
Yeah.
Like depending on your
Right.
role. Like if you're a tank and you're five levels lower than the group, you may struggle and you may be dying. You're that's the thing about the choice thing about this game, which people love so much. Give us the choice to whether to risk our equipment. It like obviously
Mhm.
risk is gonna go up in the future probably if they like make you use like materials. People may not want to do that to subjugate themselves to that risk because they're like, shit, I don't want my tank dying, and then me it by proxy probably dying and making my gear fucking break, and I have to get materials to do it instead of gold. So like give people at least the option to kind of play with people a little lower level than that, because at some point I'm assuming the leveling curve is going up like parabolically, like kind of like RuneScape does. So at 30 or at 35, being level 30 is going to be like the equivalent of being like level 10 to 20 probably, or some shit like that. Like it's gonna at least the XP like asymptoting. It's gonna take so much more time to get to do that level disparity, to breach that level disparity, to be able to play with your friends. They might be perpetually behind because they just don't play that much like enough with you. So kind of I think they need to revisit the drawing board with that level disparity that they have currently. um
They definitely do.
yeah, it
It's
has.
it's it's
Yeah.
it's rough. Not a fan of it.
Nah, definitely not. And that's only at 25. Like I said,
Right.
levels are gonna be so much more like taxing on the character going forward. You know, like imagine how much XP it's gonna take to go from 49 to 50,
Mm,
comparatively from 24 to 25.
And and imagine your friend say you're leveling in pretty much in lockstep with this guild,
Mm-hmm.
but the tank or the cleric or whatever, they have, I don't know, a sick day or they have to go out of town that day and they
Mm-hmm.
fall behind one level. I imagine when you're level 40 plus, that's gonna hinder your leveling cycle.
Definitely.
And it hinders it twicefold because sure you can go back and help that person level up, but then you're getting reduced XP because you're closer leveled, to the mobs that you guys are fighting at that weaker POI.
Hmm.
Or you can bring the person with you and just suffer reduced drop rates. Either way, though, you're kind of taking the blunt end of it,
You definitely are. You definitely are.
which isn't
Uh,
good design.
it isn't. It isn't. But I would love to hear what the devs think about why they put the leveling disparity for drops and like leveling so close. Why is it like that?
And to be clear, I don't actually know the level range or the code behind why drops are the way they are.
Right.
I mostly get my information from people DMing me very angry that I invited someone one level too low,
Definitely.
and then they start asking, well, how close are you to 23? I'm
Mm-hmm.
76% of the way to 23. Not good enough. Kick this guy. Just
Mm-hmm.
like guys.
It's like
So right,
we ain't got the real estate to be
we
kicking
don't got
people
the
like that.
manpower,
This game,
right?
it drops off like a fucking a hot air balloon. It
Right,
drop, we
like
ain't
a
got the
cold air
real estate,
balloon.
right? Oh no, man. I don't know. It's a weird phenomenon with this game. There's a lot, and I know we talked about a lot of, I guess you would call it, things that need to be fixed. I feel like people know we enjoy the game enough to play it, and that there's a lot of upside that they've done to make the game good so far. Obviously for all the devs, I hope all this information we've given you so far has helped you guys. If any of devs watch this, if you guys have actually gotten any good data from this, or maybe you get good data from the people commenting down
Yeah,
below.
can we get a
Um,
dev comment, by the way? If you
yeah,
guys are watching, can you at least say, "Hey, nice job," or "Damn, you guys suck." Like a
right,
little feedback from
right,
Intrepid.
right.
I
That'd
know,
be
I know.
great.
There's got to be at least one person from Intrepid watching.
It has
I
to
know
be.
it's. Don't you guys have like a person who has to watch all the creators
Yeah.
to like? I mean, we
All the
didn't we
three
didn't apply
creators,
for the
all the three.
right? Well, that was
I'm
that was
kidding.
shade.
I'm kidding.
But
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
relax. I mean, it is three. Everyone will change to New World. You're right.
Right.
We didn't apply for the content creator program on this show, but
Yeah, we didn't.
I
On
have
our
I have
main
a
accounts,
sneaky
we did though.
suspicion. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the rain accounts, we definitely did a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, not
Well,
much more to say on that talking point. It's
what do
just
you
it's just a nuisance.
what do you
What?
think they've done good? What's a good change? Since we've talked about so far is bad things. That the things that they need to fix. Let's give. We always love to give flowers. What is some good stuff that's come from Phase 3 that you like comparatively to 2.5 so far?
They have made common materials very useful
Mm-hmm.
because you can exponentially amplify um the rarity of your crafted weapon by using common materials. Like take the goblin skin stripper,
Mm-hmm.
legendary slate weapon mold, common copper,
Mm-hmm.
heroic.
Mm-hmm.
The weightings are equal. It doesn't matter what the quantity is, the weightings are equal.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use 200 common copper ingots, which is 600 common copper,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just offset that with one legendary slate weapon mold. And some people are going to say that's cheese. I don't like that. I think that's a bad system. I think it's a great system. It removes so much copper from the game. It
Mm-hmm.
makes at least early game weaponsmithing quite profitable.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to hit those higher rarities, you still need the high rarity copper. If you want to hit an epic or a legendary craft, you're not doing that with common copper. You
I
might
agree.
be able to cheese it with some green and blue thrown in there, but that just gives value to the green and the blues. The top stuff is still the top stuff.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
that's what we've seen so far in phase 3, and I think it's been very seamless and a good change. That's just off
I
the top
agree.
of my head one thing. You have anything?
I agree with that. I'll go for like to like reiterate on that. It feels very gratifying to know that all copper is useful in some capacity. It depends on what you got so far on you, but like even all down to the common, it still is valuable. Um, that is the beauty of this crafting so far, and we hope that does not change. Like
Definitely not.
that is very very helpful to feel like all materials have some type of value. Um, I would say I'm a big fan of the shoal skippers swimming faster. That's a
The
tiny
shoal
thing.
skipper, yes, that's a big thing. I
Uh,
use the shoal skipper every day. I love it.
exactly.
It's a
It's
good mount.
beautiful. It's
They did a good
beautiful.
job with it. It looks good too.
Right, right. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of mining, even though some people aren't a big fan of it. I love that mining is in a more permanent state to what the devs were like eyeing, where you mine
Hmm.
something and you mine like slate rock, or you mine
Bro,
granite or what's it called, or any type of a
I I
stone. Huh?
I thought that was dynamic. I really did.
Yeah.
But if you mine a granite rock, I learned this from Copium Clinic. If you mine a granite rock that has a little moss on it,
Uh-huh.
it's a special granite. Either it's gonna be higher rarity or you're gonna get metals with it or a gem or
Okay.
whatever. So you gotta look
Okay.
for the moss on the granite. I don't know if that's still in the game. But yeah, that I agree. Mining's in a much better state. I like the dynamicism.
You're right.
Um, I I like that they actually brought a true to concept idea
Yeah.
to the game that was
Right.
shown to us in the Ranger showcase a
Right.
long time ago.
A very long time ago. It's one of those things where it's like they basically they fixed the one thing that people complained about the most the last few phases, which was we can't find copper. We can't find copper.
No one says that anymore.
All right, and they added the sand casino, which is one of the most fun, innovative new things that I've seen in like MMO, where you can crush sand and get like freaking like not gems from it, but you can get metals. Like they've added a lot of new stuff that we didn't even think we wanted, but I don't know where I would be within this game if we didn't have
We definitely
it.
wouldn't have had our weapons as soon as we did if not for crushing legendary weirdstone to get that iron.
Exactly.
That was an enabling factor for us. We definitely utilized that system to get ahead.
Right,
So,
right. So I'm like, there's a lot that they added and a lot they can improve, and that's the beauty of testing. We test it, we see what we like, and we see what we don't, and we ask them to iterate on it, and that takes time. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. One
okay. So,
one more word actually. You got a
one
word?
last oh, you got a word, bird is
Word.
the
What's the
word.
word?
Bird.
Bird. Bird
Bird.
is the word.
Bird is the word.
Bird,
That's all I
bird
had to
is the
say was that
word.
it was that easy this whole time.
Bird is the word.
I'm annoyed.
Okay.
But we can end on just a quick little talking point. I admitted the end game one, but let's talk about just the low level mobs aggro because this
Mhm.
has been driving me up a wall.
Mhm.
It continues to because I just got journeyman logging. Because I actually
I can't
demoted.
believe you did that.
I
I
had
can't believe you
master
did.
mining,
I can't believe
and
you
I
did
because
that.
it's because willow's so expensive. I'm like I would prefer to chop a willow if I bump into it than a weird stone. Legendary willow is going for like 10 to 11 gold each right now. It's crazy. So
Mhm.
I got my journeyman lumberjacking, and every time I go out on the outskirts of Winstead or whatever, tell me why I'm level 25. I have damn near 300 fizz power. Why does a level 2 wolf have the balls to attack me? And not just like, oh, I'm up in his grill, so let me go ahead and just start biting him. No, no, no. It sees me from 30 meters away and starts running. Why? Why is there no variable aggro radius depending on the difference between the two combat levels? I feel like that would be pretty simple to implement.
What do you think? You think they should like run away from you if like they're too low level? Like
No,
when you try to attack them,
I
they
don't
should
think
start running.
I don't think they should run away or anything like that. I just don't think they should be aggroing me from max distance. Y'all know the feeling. You're out there chopping a tree, and all of a sudden, a Grem from Whoville starts, and it's a level 1 Grem or something.
I
Like, it's
wouldn't
just a
mind it.
nuisance to kill him at that point.
I wouldn't mind if they just ran away from me if I got too close. They're like, "Oh, that
I
man's too
mean,
strong. He's out of my
it
fucking
would
bracket."
it would feel very dynamic, and I would like that, but I don't think they could. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
they
could
could
do that
code it. I don't
properly.
think they could
I don't
code it
think they can code
properly.
it because it would run away and then what would it all leash back? No, they would probably get stuck and just
Yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
overcomplicate it. I just don't want
yeah,
them aggroing me because that it drives. This is like a grind my gear section.
yeah,
That really drives me up a wall when I'm out there gathering and you're because I play with audio on. I like to be immersed
yeah.
and I'm chopping the tree and the whole time all I hear is
I love it. I like that sound, honestly. I like
It's
it.
so annoying, bro.
I like it.
And then I gotta turn around and go,
Oh,
and like then
God.
I get back to chopping. But that's a lot of button inputs when I'm just trying to chill and chop a tree. Damn, I'm max level. I got the good shit on. Don't attack me. Just look at
Right,
me and get
right.
scared of the aura. That's
The
all I'm
aura,
saying.
the aura. That's great. I love it.
I'm not in aura, by the way. That was not a plug.
No, we're
I
not.
forget. Oh no, wait, they're not a guild anymore. I think they got absorbed into supple. Never
Yeah,
mind. Aura's not around.
that's the Strix Guild.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
So
I don't really
yeah,
have too much like that off
you
the
don't
top
have
of
much
my
to say on
head.
that.
I don't have too much.
You don't get annoyed at it.
I mean, not really. It's just, it comes with the territory.
Uh,
I
I
mean,
get it. It comes with the territory, but also Winstead's a tier 4 node. You think by now they would have killed all the fucking wolves outside of it? Why is there still so many wolves? They're a tier 4 node.
mhm.
There's so many trash mobs around Winstead.
There's a lot of polish this game does not have yet. So I try
And
to
that's what
keep
we're
that
here
in
for.
mind.
We're here to remind them what is not polished.
That's definitely not
You
polished.
know?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's funny because like now you go on. I haven't checked the tropics yet underwater, but I remember there was like metals underwater. I'm not sure if they're there anymore. I don't think they are.
They are not.
I thought
They
that
got
was
taken out.
actually
They
intentional.
weren't.
Was it
No,
intentional or
it
was it
wasn't.
not
Like, no,
intentional?
it was clearly not intentional the way you were drifting. You know, you feel me? You feel me doing one of those?
I was wondering.
That was not intentional.
I was like, was it intentional or not? But that's just certain things in this game that like communication would do wonders for. We just
And
don't know whether it's intentional or
they
not.
they took it out. That's all
Uh,
the communication we need.
right.
I mean, this is a silly thing. In the tropics, I was mining, and no, sorry, in the Jundark, I was mining, and I found some slate, and it had snow on it, and I'm like, I'm right next to a tropical ocean. Why is there snow down here? It's because it was snowing up in the Riverlands, and the slate rock. I guess it's a Riverlands object, and it
Yeah.
spawned down there, and it's the same item ID. It had snow on it. And
That's
I was like, that's very
hilarious.
immersion breaking. I did bug report it, but
Right.
simple polish. We're here to remind you guys.
Right,
No hard
right.
feelings.
No
Take it
hard
easy.
feelings. You guys are great, man. We love each and every one of you motherfuckers at Intrepid, man. Give me a fucking kiss.
Right.
God, you guys are doing the Lord's work. We always say it. We just gotta keep you honest. If we don't keep you honest, who will? No one, because people
No one.
prefer to leave instead of staying. um,
You guys see it. You guys see all the creators fleeing.
mhm.
It's sad. It's
It's
sad.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
Because
Jeez.
this alpha is in a good enough state to have a thriving creator scene if they tried.
Yeah.
If the creators put in the effort,
If they
we could
played
have
the
a pretty
game.
if they played the game, we could have a pretty good scene. If they just dug a little deeper
Right.
and you know,
Seems like everyone just wants drama.
try to be a little creative.
They just want to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
drama, and they just want to. They
Drama,
want this
drama,
game to
drama.
be New World. They want it to be.
They want it to be New World so bad.
Don't
They
we don't
want
want that.
Ashes to be
We
all
don't
these
want that.
all these other MMOs. You don't want it to
Yeah.
be Ashes.
Yeah.
Let it be Ashes.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook. Like I have faith in Intrepid. You know,
I've
I've already spent
100%
my money. I've gotten all my
faith in
money out of this.
Intrepid.
But everyone wants to
Yeah,
comment about I spent this much money on this game. It's like I've gotten way more than how much money I put into this game back, just
way
in
more,
experiences, people I've met, etc.
way more.
I spent like 375 for a name reservation and like mounts and shit. And I feel like over this year I've definitely gotten more than $300 worth it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I paid 250. I would say I definitely got 250. I got my monies out of it just in playtime, not even including the money from YouTube because
Right,
obviously I monetize my gameplay on here.
right,
Um, but just pure gameplay value, I don't know. I would say I'm somewhere on the magnitude of 1,000 hours.
right,
25 cents an hour.
right,
I feel like that's a very cheap entertainment price. 25
right.
cents an hour.
And we're continuing to get updates. Like some of these updates that we're getting so far, obviously the game's not finished, are on the magnitude of MMOs that have been released.
Yeah,
So,
right. That's true. We're getting really good updates. Well,
right,
in theory, really
in
good. The
theories.
Anvils is beautiful. It's huge, but there ain't
Right.
shit to do up
I mean, the
there.
Summoner's coming out soon. I mean, the Summoner is fun. I mean, we getting fishing. I've never really done much fishing like out in the ocean on MMOs. I'm gonna try that out. We're getting this Harbinger stuff, our first technical story arc type of vibe. Who knows? We might even get more story arcs soon. There's the sky's the limit. There's a lot of stuff in the works that we don't even know about. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But
So
yeah, I guess.
this episode, it went longer than we thought. We were aiming for about 40 minutes with this one,
Right.
but y'all got pretty much an hour on the nose.
You did it.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes on the last episode. We didn't quite hit the goal of 150, but
We
we got
didn't.
134. We got 134.
134. Shame on you, motherfuckers. I'ma
I'll
shame
take
you.
134.
I'ma shame you,
He'll shame you and I'll
motherfuckers.
thank you, but we had a
I'll...
discussion about this. That's our different. I should shame you guys. I really should. 150 is not that much.
I'm gonna thank you, but I'm gonna shame you at the same time. Come on, 150. Like once we reach 150, we'll go up to 200 because it's just gonna keep going up. We're just gonna ask for more.
Right.
But
Don't give us an inch because we will take a mile.
We will take a
But
mile.
also give us the inch. Pause.
Right,
But you know
pause. What do you mean by that? Hold up.
But you know what I meant, though.
And also subscribe. We're going for 1K. We already told you. We're holding up our end of the bargain. Once we get to 1K, we will do a live stream podcast.
I wouldn't mind a subscription, I guess. I wouldn't mind it. Subscribe. We're gonna do live podcasts.
All right. Do it. I mean, and maybe you guys don't want it. Let me know. Do you guys not want live podcasts? Maybe you guys don't.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I would love to just like rebound with chat. I feel like we could hold a pretty structured discussion with questions from chat. We're pretty good at staying on topic when we need to.
Exactly.
I think live stream podcast would go pretty well. So please get us to the 1K. I want to try it, but obviously I don't want to preemptively do it. I want it to be a milestone thing.
Right. Well, yeah, guys.
So
thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, boys. Peace out.